on and off lane anyway.
Yeah, here he used
over on the mid lane. Dust actually getting popped off, and Melody Lovers is in the neighborhood. Has the range and Light Strike array. Oh, the Nightmare dodges it. I think they've still got the damage for it, though. A couple of rays is coming in from U9, and it is going to be your...
But nice cogs coming in. The Shackle not going to land as well. Now the stun actually misses as XLL on that Bristle gets Nightmare up. Requiem hits and does a decent amount of damage to 3 heroes, but doesn't finish in the off. Dogfight trying to hide in the trees, gets hit by the LSA. The follow-up damage will come, or will it? No, it won't. He's still alive off to the side, and a great multiple hero stun from James. He stuns up 3, they're inside the cogs. TongFu holding their own for now, and Kabu showing up with his second wind here. Trying to find dogfights in the trees, won't do so, and meanwhile the rest of his team outside of the Shadow Fiend have been brought down. U9 battling it out with Lin, and that's a fight which it looks like U9 is going to win with 15-1 charges. He runs in the Bounty Hunter, pops a wand, one more raid's going to miss as in comes the melee range Bounty Hunter, but doesn't get the kill. Shadow Fiend just too tanky, too hard to bring down.
There isn't much of a reason to go looking for it.
And just probably, mid lane, they're going to catch out XLL on the Bristleback, and he is not going to good escape. He's got Bounty Hunter nearby, he's going to give some track movement speed, but doesn't look like he's giving up. Bristleback gets down to about 100 HP. Here comes Yang looking for that Nether Strike. The battery assault causing him problems. Finally brings down Lina. Now he's on the right. Hook shot from Red will catch out 2 as Lin barely scurries to the high ground here. Nice Shackle will catch out Red as well as U9 on Shadow Fiend, but there's not much fight left in this Vici game potential squad at this point, as Bounty Hunter still on the sides, comes back in from behind, catches out the Clockwerk, and will finish off 1 kill as he gets dusted up, but no catch. Oh, okay, there's catch. Fiend script from downtown and dogfights caught out. 1 raise 2. U9 beyond godlike. 10-0 at 24 minutes in. Oh boy.
100% on board with this, but yeah, U9 trying to make his way up onto the high ground. Exact same story. Another Shackle, another Focus Fire.
Another earn charge to heal him up.
Oh, there's going to be a hook come in from Red, catches out onto 2, Light Strike Red follows things up as well. I think the Blade Mail killing off the Lina in the midst of all of that. XLL still on the run. One less auto attack from the Shadow Fiend is not going to be enough. Triggers that last Quill Spray, and he's actually going to end up going down.
Shadow Fiend needs to be careful. He has got a BKB, but won't be able to get it off. The Nether Strike to follow. Lines there with a Hex as well as an Impale. Wants to bring down U9, but the defensive Nightmare helps him out. Does not BKB. Now he gets Hex fingered. Fiend's grip onto the line, and SF, BKB, Requiem. Could do a lot of damage. He winds up. Bristleback runs in with a BKB, tries to fight. U9 gets low, and he's just going to man up on the Bristleback. Great full stuff will keep him alive. Kited to the safety, but no, the Shuriken, not enough damage. Now the Nasal Goo coming in from XLL. He's in hot pursuit, and U9 is just going to try turn and fight this, accepts defeat, and almost actually gets a kill on his way out with that. As the fight continues at mid lane, dogfights, earn damage, Rocket Flare gets him low, and with the Gem of True Sight, they are able to see him and bring him down. Almost a Shadow Fiend now arrived. Nice Shackle on U9. Yeah, he's got an Aegis, but this could look to force that out as you do a lot of damage from the front lanes. In comes Yang, but the 4-star pushes them back. Clockwerk, counter initiation, hook shot into Cogs, but Lin will get out with the 4-star, and in goes XLL. Fiend script gets cancelled, and now U9 is BKB about to wear off. He's tracked up as well. That's going to be the end of the Aegis, and Vici Gaming potential are going to repel TongFu. They may even look to chase off of this.
Yeah, and BKB already used. You're not going to get stunned up as right as he arrives, but a really nice Nightmare keeping him alive for the time being. XLL trapped in the cogs once again, but Lin stands his ground, right-clicking away with the Focus Fire. James hiding back behind the tower. LPC getting hit by the Shuriken, bouncing through. Looks like they will end up losing dogfights, but he's gotten the majority of the tracks down, and VGP looking for more blood. XLL very low, but as is U9
on Kabu,
and he's running for it. Kabu? Maybe when he doesn't have the mobility options necessarily, pushing up onto the high ground, but also no BKB on him. Bounty Hunter is going to get caught. No, manages the Force Staff a little bit further away, and dogfights might be alright. LPC lost his gem earlier. He's just forced to drop in the center here, just catching him on the very edge. They will invest the grip, but Bristleback's going to be very happy with that. Comes running into the fight, and the Shackle catches on 2. Once again, followed up with the Earth Spike. That's 2 down. Red trying to open up space with the Cogs, but he's also going to fall, and U9 arrives a little bit late. It's just him and Kabu fighting it out. XLL somehow down on the low ground, just being right-clicked right now. U9 finally finding some space to work with, but Yang right on top of him. Requiem gets channeled, but Lin still just focus firing away, and looks like it will be the Shadow Fiend to drop. Lin still relatively healthy, nothing left on XLL, but we've got another Shackle over onto Kabu. They've only lost 1, and it's going to be another full 5-man wipe.
The good news, Bounty Hunter was dead during that fight.
So no tracks.
No tracks, no tracks. Well, a Shadow Blade on Spirit Breaker as well as the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, and Yang putting that Shadow Blade to work, gonna come charging in here on the mid lane. Doesn't have a whole lot of help nearby, but just gonna pop BKB and start working away at Melody
available.
Lovers, but there's a grip LPC just around the corner. Yang still tanking through everything here. We do have heroes arriving. James gonna try and help out a little bit as Red comes flying in with the hookshot. Yang, can he get out of here? Looks like won't be able to as the Chakram finishes him off. But a Finger of Death is going to at least get the kill as TongFu end up losing 2. And
wow, that was
VGP. Yeah, you're like, oh, just we'll take the edges.
Yeah, I was looking at that fight like, oh, that's easy. And this is where Timbersaw can shine. The problem's been, as you kind of mentioned earlier, pushing high ground with a Timbersaw is always hard to actually hit your spells and do enough damage to...
And Lin comes forcing it, looks for the shackle, doesn't find it, but he might kill U9 anyway, just with the focus fire. U9 turns for 1 hit, still alive, 300 HP. LPC with the self-nightmare, but a Finger of Death slices through.
Shadow Fiend, no BKB now for the defense. This is going to be a lane of Rax. TongFu kind of crumbling here against a team in Vici game potential and knocked out, and a loss here means TongFu have no chance whatsoever to advance to the playoffs. It was already the slimmest of chances, but KaBu, one last hurrah. KaBu, good damage coming out. He brings down 1 in the Bounty Hunter, but that's not going to be enough in its own. The cheese gets chewed up as Lion going to look to back off. Gets out the Hex on U9, but he's still running. Great shackle from the high ground. There's no follow-up damage, but it does deter the chase. Lion, 4-staff, no blink available. He's got 5k gold, and he's out of here. KaBu can chase all he likes, but too much lockdown and control to deal with the line.
And no, Yang's not done. KaBu gets Yulesed up. The charge not going to land as a result. But look, they should be able to find your Timbersaw here. Another Finger of Death coming out. Hexed once more, unable to cast anything thus far, though. VGP might not have the damage. KaBu goes hooking off to the side here. As the fight continues, no help arriving. I think the rest of TongFu actually occupied over inside of the base. James almost brought
suicidal
down.
moves from Windranger in the Radiant base.
Oh no.
And they get the grip on Bristleback. Vici Gaming, they're throwing away their lead here, it almost feels like. Both Bristle and Windranger go down. And Timbersaw did.
What on earth? Oh, U9 does manage to open up with some right clicks as Yang kites a little bit further down. TongFu staying grouped up. U9 starting to lane with the right clicks, but Lin has the wind run. We've got the Requiem of Souls coming out, but Shadow Fiend unable to stand. Another Nightmare and XLL. They keep on kiting. The shackle shot lands! U9 is going to be brought down. Lin making the plays, stands strong in the midst of everything. They will have to wait out this Blade Mail on the Clockwerk. He's going to try and TP home, but no chance. One last right click from XLL finishes him off, and we're not done just yet either. Make it a full team wipe.
This time Bounty was alive too, so yeah. There's a lot of track money going. BKB's up and sides against it. Okay. We're not going to talk about that one. Red gets fingered, but he's still alive and healthy. Hookshot defensively from Red just to get back to the high ground. Interesting Dota 2 coming out. Fiend's grip onto the line, gets forced out of the Chakrams, forced again to the high ground, but gets chased down by the Chakram and the Timber Chain. Not bad coming out from Timbersaw. They've killed off 2 Vici Gaming heroes. Lin now on the run, tries to turn and fight, but this is not a fight. It looks like he's going to win as it's a 3rd casualty for Vici Gaming. And in mid lane, Red has another hookshot. This Ag Scepter can't just show up on the map fairly soon.
TongFu, do you all have TPs? Oh my god. God, there's only 2 TPs. It's only the cores.
I don't think they haven't seen the lack of TPs. They're just going for the pickoff.
But, I mean, they're just trying to force the back. U9 was clearing creeps mid lane. He's going to get hexed up. He gets stunned as well. Finger of Death comes out. They're focus firing him. And he's going to be brought down. He does have buyback available. But it's going to be forced out. And yeah, KaBu now getting bashed away at. He's going to be able to pop the Ghost Scepter. That SF buyback coming in. LPC looking for a good grip. Who's he found? The Chakrams will be able to finish off your Spirit Breaker. Lin focusing on Melody Lovers on the sidelines. But the Ghost Scepter, along with the Yules, are going to make it difficult for Lin to actually get anything done. Nice Force-Staff does dodge out of the way of the hookshot. But Red's still looking for more.
They put the AC on Bristle.
Yeah, it's on Bristle. That's part of the reason that the Spirit Breaker went for the Moonshard.
Yeah, I think. I guess we're going to get to the point where people start eating the Moonshards, maybe.
Yeah.
So Aegis and Cheese, Windranger drop. For now, they're into the high ground. They're dealing damage to the tier 3 tower. Bristleback on the front lines. Not someone that TongFu want to try and focus down first.
LPC really wants to try and get a good duration off on the Fiend script here. The Cogs are going to catch out 2. Focus fire. They land the shackle again. Lin continues to make these plays. And U9's getting caught out. Tried to get off the Requiem, but Yang bashing away with his Moonshot. Pops the Blade Mail, but the Satanic fires back in the opposite direction. And U9 will be able to heal up LPC. The only casualty of war thus far as VGP alternate between zoning out TongFu and focusing on the barracks here. Playing some objective-based Dota. XLL trapped inside the Cogs, faces the Laguna Blade, and he he will be brought down by some rights. It's Yang still giving Shadow Fiend a very hard time, but a Yield Scepter opens up some space. Ling still right-clicking away and does manage to finish off the SF with his immediate buyback. And now the Windranger caught in the middle of everyone. VGP just trying to finish off this lane of frags as Bristleback rejoins the fight. Windranger will be able to find a gap in the midst of everything and return back to her team. The Earth Spike catches out 3. Kabu's still shackled up and the charge is on 4. James blinks off to the side, gets the Hex on the Melody Lovers. Kabu timber chaining a little bit further away as he does find that kill on the Spirit Breaker with the Chakram. XLL now.
Oh,
it's another 3-hero Earth Spike. James.
He doesn't want to be shown up by this Windranger. He says, I can stun more heroes than you can stun with my spells. And now Red taking heavy damage to the front range. That Blade Mail not going to work against the BKB. The TP's coming back in, and Kabu has his work cut out for him to try and fight his way out of this one. He's trying to go in on Yang. Yang's got the Silver Edge to try and escape, and Lin in the backlines has buyback. He may just look to throw away his life for this one. As SF, if he dies, he has no buyback, and Kabu will lose the battle versus Lin. The Chakram going to miss. Power shot sakes him out. Great play from Lin. As Shadow Fiend has healed himself back up with the Satanic Shackle, not going to land for once as Lin gets raised down. And this is it. Do you buy back and go for the GG, or do you just let things settle? And it looks like Lin is not going to overextend. Fiend's grip comes out. That's the second one of this fight as James brought down on the side. That's 4 dead for Vici Gaming Potential. XLL TP out, barely escapes. Oh boy, at this point.
And Darkfight just puts the Lotus Orb on himself, runs forward. I think he's trying to bait out the Hex from Kabu. Going to try and buy a little bit of time. Lift's already been used. That's another tier 3 down, but no buyback from outside of the base. They're smoking up as well, making their way out. They've got 2 Hexes leading the way. It's Kabu and Melody Lovers, probably already hovering over the fog, just waiting to see anyone pop out. BGP waiting on the side here. Who's going to get the better angle of initiation? Red comes in. He gets the hook off onto 2. Cogs as well. Lin trapped with the Fiend script. They're getting the good channel off this time around. Cogs bouncing him back a little bit further as well. Melody Lovers is the first to drop as the Bounty Hunter also takes a spill. Buys back immediately. Lin, however, won't be able to get the right clicks off this time around as Red jams the second hook shot and will find himself a double. The fight continues to split up as James, dancing around in the back line, still has Earth Spike and Hex available. Buybacks coming in as XLL will continue this fight. LPC has a Nightmare and just going to put himself under to try and survive, but will end up being brought down. XLL trying to kite back towards the Bounty Hunter. Lin's back on the top side. Hook goes back into the base as U9 continues to be charged, and with 3 heroes dead, this might just be it.
This is looking bad. 2 versus 5 now, and everything kind of online for the Vici Game Potential team. Yang going to go in the base, and it's a throne exposed as it looks like this is the end. Game 1 wrapped up. Vici Gaming Potential win some Dota 2.
And with that, that's going to end TongFu's hopes as well. They needed to sweep to be able to advance, and well, there you go. What a clown fest! The bash onto the high ground, the Lion Heart, James sitting there mana draining a creep. There were some super Clown Town moments here, but.